Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to 100 Line. Last time we did some stuff. We did like a few different routes. We did one where we got put in Nozomi's shoes on the like last bit of the slasher route. Where Takumi got killed, and then we got put in control of Nozomi for a while. And she ran into the killer again, and we don't necessarily know who was the killer in that timeline because Takumi was dead. And then we also did some stuff off the True End path where we got like the rebellion route for siding with the rebellion of the invaders, where we got this ending and that ending where we decided to abandon humanity and side with the Futuran rebellion. And then we also did like this offshoot path off the true ending where we rejected Ato, and we got this ending here where Ato went off on his own and met some Futuran children, protected them, but died in the process. Where we got put in Ato's shoes for a little while. But anyway, we got a few things we can do, and I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick up from the other choice on the rebellion route, where we decide to not join the rebellion, just to see what happens. And we'll see what happens with this decision. I'm also gonna move my fan in the IRL space because it is. Okay. Sorry if that intro was like sprawling and kind of like all over the place, because I was trying to collect my thoughts and am bad at speaking. But you know, if you're not new to my channel, you're already used to that. And if you are new to my channel, you probably clicked off a video. If you didn't, thank you. Anyway. Regardless of if you're new or not, thank you for not clicking off the video if you didn't click off the video. Anyway. I say no. Takumi! He's right. This deal sounds way too good to be true. It could be a trap. Yeah, things are happening way too fast. It'd be natural to think that she's a spy sent here by Veshnes.
You misunderstand. We've been observing you and your actions. That's how we knew this was the right time to reach out.
Even more reason for us not to trust you. I think we should take her in for interrogation.
What? No, stay away from me!
Everyone, just calm down! We all began closing in on Commune. But then... Shink! It all happened in an instant. Commune had started swinging some kind of weapon around wildly and stabbed Nozomi with it. Blood splurted out of Nozomi's mouth and she fell to the ground. No, this can't be happening! Why did it have to be Nozomi? Nozomi wasn't like the rest of us, she couldn't be brought back! Rage coursed through my body. It all came rushing out as a bestial scream. I slashed Commune with an infuser in a fit of rage.
Is this how you killed my mother, too? Oh, you monsters! Curse you, vile, wicked invaders!
I stared down at the two dead bodies lying at my feet. What had I done? Time passed. Yo, that image goes hard. Customers that come in 15 minutes before closing shouldn't be allowed to make requests like, open this locked up tool for me. Yeah, people should be a little more courteous of, like, the time that a store closes. But people are gonna be people and want the things that they want and need. Widespread radiation, invaders attacking day and night. Planet Futurum quickly became a hellscape. The Futurans sent out countless invaders to kill the Earthlings. And when they arrived from the artificial satellite, the Earthlings fought them off with a brutal chemical warfare. It was hellish. No, it was hell itself. Caught between the Futurans and humanity, we had nowhere to go. I hadn't seen any of my friends in years. I didn't even know if they were still alive. I was the one who had brought on this hell. If only I had made a different choice then. But I had no time for useless regrets. I stood up with my infuser in my hand, running from invaders and the radiation to live, to survive. Just surviving this hell was now my life's purpose. Even though I honestly didn't even remember. What else there was to live for? Well, quick little ending there. Rebellion route, failed alliance. Cool. I think we're just gonna do, like, is this the second kill Ato choice? Or is that the I think that's the second kill Ato choice. That's really funny that they give you two choices in this game to kill Ato at two different points. I remember killing the baby. I remember doing that. That was good. Got this huge, like, done path right there with all that, like, branch basically done there. And there's this side over here that I need to do, like, all the way down. The thing is I'm, like, not totally sure what I want to do with the choices because there's so many choices that I can go make that I'm kind of just, like, slightly overwhelmed. And there's, like, a few different questions that I have pertaining to a few different routes as well. I think I'm going to jump into the killing game route here, where the sponsor has just given us a deal to go kill some invaders because we're trying to keep specific people alive. I think we were trying to keep Nozomi alive here, where we needed to go find these invaders and have Nozomi kill them so that she could stay alive in this round of the game, because she was in, like, dead last or whatever. So we went and killed all those invaders. Maybe it was Tsubasa we were trying to keep alive at that point. I don't exactly remember, but... because I think Nozomi got a ton of points from Ava. So I think it was Tsubasa at this point that we were trying to keep alive. But... let's not take the sponsor steal here. We're doing short little paths. Because why not? I don't need your help. I'll find more school invaders myself.
Stubborn little Takumi. You'd really rather see Tsubasa die than accept my help?
Yeah, it was Tsubasa we were trying to keep alive here. I won't let that happen. After firmly turning down the sponsor's offer for help, I walked out of the leisure lounge. Then I returned to my room and waited for morning to come. I think there was like a slight romance-ish plot going on between Tsubasa and Takumi in the killing game plotline, if I remember correctly. I went outside to hunt for invaders with my usual party and the newly recruited Darami. We got on the bus and Tsubasa drove us far out into the wilderness as she could. An abandoned hospital. An art gallery we stumbled upon. And a massive high-rise building. We spent 2 days searching in all kinds of places. But even then, we didn't find invaders.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
On the night of day 77, we still hadn't found any invaders, let alone killed them. Damn it, why aren't there any invaders anywhere? The enemy must have recalled all their troops still loitering around in the vicinity of the school.
Probably so that we can't hunt them anymore. What do we do now? Mistress Tsubasa's in last place. I don't want her to die. Just kill me for the points now, please.
Oh right, this was the polycule route. Right. The killing game route was the polycule route, where it was the Yugamu, Darami, Takumi, Tsubasa, polycule.
I already said no to that. What's the point of you dying to keep me alive? Make me sad like that one more time, and I'll never take a bath with you again.
They're bathing together? No, wait, don't be distracted by that. Tomorrow's the last day of the third round. If we can't earn enough points by tomorrow, Tsubasa will be executed at midnight. Guess having a rematch with Dal Shah is the only way out now. Yugamu had quietly made the suggestion.
That's super strong, Commander. I didn't even have time to move during that last fight with him.
Yeah, but beating him seems like the only way for us to save Tsubasa. I figure we should give it a shot. I have a feeling we might bump into him somewhere in the desert. Taking our chances with a ridiculously powerful enemy rather than sit around doing nothing was the kind of reckless plan Yugamu would come up with. I suddenly remembered something the sponsor had said before.
That's right where you belong. The more desperate someone gets, the more they're willing to dirty their hands to change their situation. How exciting!
We were in such a tight spot that taking a major risk was the only way to turn things around. How's this sound? We'll head for the desert first thing tomorrow morning and find Dal Shah and take him down.
That's the only way, right? Well, fine. Too bad for you, Dal Shah. That old man popped me like a balloon before. I need to get my revenge.
Right. Beating him will get us his cryptoglobin for escape pod fuel as well. 2 birds with 1 stone. Despite our headstrong proclamations, the grim smiles on our faces betrayed our true feelings. For all our psyching ourselves up, deep inside everyone knew it was virtually impossible for this plan to work. Found myself unable to sleep even as the clock ticked over from midnight into the new day.
Is this really gonna work?
Once morning came, we would be seeking out the powerful warrior Dal Shah for battle. Our goal was to earn enough points to pull Tsubasa out of last place. It was the only option we had. Still, we all knew how terrifyingly strong Dal Shah was from our last battle. None of our attacks could even scratch him back then.
Isn't there another way?
An easier target to earn a large amount of points from? Suddenly an image surfaced in my head. No, don't fucking kill them. The faces of Takamaru and his team. Since everyone in the Special Defense Unit were targets as well, if we killed them, Tsubasa would be safe. No, what am I even thinking? I shook my head vehemently in an attempt to shake that horrifying thought from my mind. How could I abandon my scruples like that? Am I really that desperate? Trying to solve this by killing other friends was out of the question. I'd be playing right into the sponsor's hands. Come on, think. What are our other options? Something with a high success rate that didn't involve harming our allies and ensured Tsubasa's survival. I tossed and turned in my bed, thinking the problem over all through the night. There had to be a better way to save Tsubasa from certain execution. You could sacrifice yourself. Before long, morning had arrived. Wait, that's it. As the morning sun lit up my room, a light bulb lit in my head. I had found a way to save Tsubasa. Not just that, this method would prevent all future deaths in this game as well. I quickly went about getting things ready for my newly hatched plan. Once I was done, Tsubasa and I took the school bus out of the academy together. I think he is going to sacrifice himself. After we reached flat ground, Tsubasa switched the bus to cruise control and came to sit by me.
What's this all about, Takumi? You made me drive off in such a hurry. I mean, I don't mind, but shouldn't we have gotten Yugamu and Darumi as well?
They don't have to come along for this. This is our escape, just you and me.
Our escape?
Yes, we're running away. From the sponsor and their bees. I looked up at the sky from the window and saw a single bee tailing the bus. That bee was the game monitor put there to stop the participants from escaping the hunt. It would follow us to the ends of the earth, so running away was pointless. Or so we had been made to think. The truth was... Will that bee really follow us everywhere we go? If we use the bus to cover more ground, maybe we can wear it down eventually.
That bee's physical abilities have been enhanced with hemoanima. It's not gonna get tired that easily, right?
I have no idea, but it's worth a shot. No one's ever seriously tried running away from the game before. If we do manage to get away safely, you'll be saved. Not only that, but no one else will need to be executed in your place either. Because according to the rules, only the person in the last place of each round gets executed. If Tsubasa kept running away while she was in last place, nobody would ever be executed again. That was how the game would have to go according to its own rules.
Doesn't that mean we'll never be able to go back to the school?
Yeah, but don't worry. I've stocked the bus with more than enough food, water, and fuel to last us for a long, long time. What about the omnidirectional attack that's going to launch on day 100?
It's not the food I'm worried about. Why are you here with me? Now you can't go back either.
Me?
Don't sweat it. Just like that? Shouldn't you think this through a little more?
What's there to think about? Tsubasa was the most important person in the world to me, so I chose to go with her. It was as simple as that.
Takumi, you really are an idiot.
She smiled, looking a little exasperated with me.
You're so reckless. Or maybe daredevil is a better word in this case?
What were you expecting? Love is blind, after all.
Love? Cut it out. You sound like some sleazy pickup artist.
Tsubasa ran back to the driver's seat with a bright red face. After that, we continued to drive the bus, never stopping once. Tsubasa taught me how to drive so I could take over on roads with fewer obstacles. A few hours after driving around in shifts, I look out the window and realize something.
It's gone. It's gone. The bee that's been following us is gone.
Really? It finally gave up?
Yeah, but we can't assume anything yet. We should keep going, just to be sure.
We kept on driving the bus for a few more hours. Eventually, it became dark outside.
I can't see in front of us at all. Are you sure we can't use the headlights?
I don't think that's a good idea. Bugs are drawn to bright lights at night, aren't they?
There are too many obstacles lying around here for us to use cruise control. I guess the safest option is to stop for now.
Yeah. I don't see the bee anywhere. We'll stop here and rest until the sun comes back up.
Get banned AI viewers. Thank you. We don't deal in AI viewers. We found a spot behind some ruins where we could park the bus and nap until morning. We huddled together under the same blanket, just like the last time.
Our great escapade went pretty well.
The sponsor must be panicking. Now they can't execute you for being in last place.
The execution had been scheduled to take place at midnight, but it was already long past that time. We'd successfully escaped from the invader hunt.
Oh boy, this is honestly a huge relief. I don't think we could ever have beaten Dal Shah. I was so sure today would be my last day on Earth. I couldn't sleep a wink last night.
You're so silly. I promised I wouldn't let you die, remember? I'll always be there to protect you.
Tomorrow too?
Yes. And the day after, and the day after that. Always.
Bro, you can't use that line on two different women. You're playing the game now. I kept whispering to Tsubasa that I would protect her forever. I must have made her feel safe because a few minutes later... She closed her eyes and her breathing started to even out. She was probably tired from the stress and driving all day. I leaned my body against hers and decided to turn in for the night as well. And that was how I fell asleep, with the comforting feel of Tsubasa's warmth next to me. When I next awoke, Tsubasa was a desiccated corpse. Maybe that was why I had the most beautiful dream that night. Dream I was having a nice, peaceful breakfast back home in the Tokyo residential complex. Mom was smiling happily. Karawa and I were smiling happily. It was a scene of a time when I was still ignorant, of a place I held dear in my heart. I had a burning desire to take Tsubasa there. I'd promised to do that for her before. If I showed up at home with a girl, even one who wasn't Karawa, I bet Mom would literally start jumping for joy. She'd cook enough to feed an entire village, so much Tsubasa would feel bad she couldn't eat it all. I would eat surrounded by those I loved. How I longed for that day to come. That was my dream now. I wanted to introduce Tsubasa to my family. We could make it come true. I was sure of it, now that we had safely escaped from the killing game. Yeah, but I think you're forgetting about the omnidirectional attack. Oh, fucking goddamn it. Why did the joke that I said become the truth? When I next awoke, she was a desiccated corpse. So true. I no longer had to live in fear that my loved ones might die. Tsubasa and I would always be together. I would always be there to protect her. But you weren't. Today, tomorrow, and forever, until the end of time. That sucks. I hate that. I hate that, dude. I hate that so much. Wow, I hate that. Killing game route, escaping her fate. Wow, I hated that. I'm curious what happens if you don't join the invader hunt. It seems to me that the killing game route is one of the routes that's like fairly straightforward, and a lot of the branching paths probably aren't super long. So I'm just gonna keep doing branching paths off the killing game route going backwards. So now we're gonna go back to the kill Ava or don't kill Ava choice that basically leads to Nozomi dying or not dying. And we're gonna go see what happens if we don't kill Ava, which I'm pretty sure is Nozomi dies, and then Takumi gets upset, and then the game ends somehow. We're ending hunting. Nope. I mean, I could be wrong. This might be like a relatively long path, but I'm thinking a lot of these ones are going to be relatively short bad ends. No, I can't do it. I can't kill you, Ava. You're not thinking clearly, Takumi. If you don't kill me now, Nozomi will die. But I just can't. You're basically an ally to us at this point. Listen to me. You need to do this for Nozomi. You must kill me. Press that button now! You two, what's this killing stuff all about? It's like this, Nozomi. I explained the situation. I told her how Ava was offering to die in order to save her.
You can't be serious, Ava. I would never kill you to keep myself alive. Just being able to see you again was good enough for me. I'm ready to die now. Do not speak of death so easily. A kind-hearted child like you deserves to keep on living. I'll say it again. Kill me now! Quick, before it's too late!
Ava kept yelling at Nozomi to kill her, but Nozomi wouldn't give in.
You have to do it! You have to kill me! Why won't you listen to me?
Her loud shouts softened into anguished cries.
Please, Nozomi! Please, kill me!
Her desperate pleading was suddenly interrupted by another voice. You want to die so much, Ava? You won't mind if I kill you myself, then. Takamaru! Didn't think Ava would be here, too.
We get to hunt 2 commanders at once. Lucky us. The Squad 4 commander's already dead. Killing Ava, too, will put us in a safe spot for a long time to come.
Damn it, I forgot about them. I should have known these point grubbers might find Ava as well. Yeah! Sorry, Takamaru, but if it's Ava you want, you'll have to get through me first. Bet. I've been wanting to get revenge for what you did anyway.
You're not getting away this time, Ava. Takamaru, please, you can't kill Ava. She has a daughter. Do you really want to make that innocent girl an orphan?
Nozomi made a last-ditch attempt to appeal to Takamaru's compassion, but to no avail. Come get some, Takumi!
Draw! Yeah!
A fierce fight against our allies broke out over Ava's fate.
Takumi!
Nozomi! Halfway through, Tsubasa and Yugumu spotted us and joined the battle, making it even more intense than before.
Nozomi!
When Nozomi got injured, Ava lost her cool and transformed, throwing everything into greater confusion.
You dare hurt my daughter!
Duh?
You're no mother, just a freaky school invader! We kept fighting each other, to the point that we became unable to clearly discern who was on whose side. So true. Finally, in this enemy base, far away from the academy, the special defense unit was completely annihilated. Not by the enemy, but by each other. Yup, as I thought, that just led to a bad end. '89, killing game route, battle for Ava's points. Clear, 28. 28 endings. I think a lot of these are probably just going to be like real short. We will not save the army. Yugamu was right. If the anti-sponsor alliance got wiped out now, all hope would be lost. The best we could do was survive and carry on Hiriko's will. As I made to leave, my gaze fell on her, now on the verge of death.
I'm sorry I couldn't save you, Hiroko. But we'll definitely bring down the sponsor. I promise.
Yugumu and I turned around and started running as fast as we could. I'm sorry, Hiroko. I'm sorry. I mumbled words of apology over and over again under my breath as we dashed across the town ruins. We made it back to school by the skin of our teeth. This one might actually be a real route. Okay. I threw myself onto the bed once I was in my room, exhausted from the non-stop fighting since morning. But my heart couldn't rest. The weight of my regret grew heavier with each passing moment. Hiriko, Darami. I could have saved them if I stepped in. I abandoned my allies to certain death. No, I didn't. I shook my head, yelling in an attempt to reject my self-reproof. By the time I'd seen them, it was already too late. My decision to flee was to avert total annihilation. I'd made the right choice. I didn't abandon them to die. They were already beyond saving. Is that Yugamu? You might be here to talk about what to do next. Now that Hiriko's dead, we need to have a serious discussion about the future of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance. I opened the door to let Yugamu in, but somebody else was on the other side. Takamaru? Ima and Kako, too. What do you guys want? What do we want? Quit playing dumb, you frickin' scumbag! Takamaru grabbed hold of me, an enraged look on his face. What's this about? Why are you so angry? Why wouldn't be? I can't read. Why wouldn't we be? 2 of our friends just got killed! 2? You mean Hiriko and Darami?
We checked the rankings just now and saw they died all of a sudden.
That didn't seem right, so we did some investigating of our own. And guess what? We received eyewitness reports that confirm you committed the crime, Mr. Sumino. What crime? Nozomi saw you leaving in a hurry with Hiriko and Darami this morning. 2 people you were hanging out with suddenly dropped dead. What'd you think that means, genius? I'll tell you what it means. It means you killed them. I didn't. It wasn't me. We went out to hunt invaders together, but then the Squad 3 commander showed up, and then... I explained what had happened without going into much detail. I told them about Hiriko, Darami, Yugamu, and myself forming a team to carry out a certain operation. When the commander suddenly showed up, he killed Darami and Hiriko. Yugamu and I had no choice but to escape.
Duh?
That's a lie if I have ever heard one! It makes a lot more sense to think you're the one who killed Miss Amamiya and Miss Shizahara.
Those 2 occupied the top positions in the rankings. You must have set them up so you could take their place.
Emer, so true, so true. So true, chat. Emer. Who would kill another person for that? I get it, you don't trust me. But you can check with Yugamu, can't you? He can attest to the fact that I wasn't the one to kill them. I don't believe a single word that perverted clown says.
Besides, you might just be colluding with each other.
Therefore, I'm afraid we have found you guilty on the basis of a long string of circumstantial evidence.
And now you're under arrest.
Enjoy your stay in court in the courtyard cage. Don't forget to make friends with Ava. No, stop! Let go! Let go of me! Calm down and stop resisting. They caught and restrained me before I could say anything more. Damn, the video I just uploaded, I named that one Takumi Bondage. This one, also Takumi Bondage. That's crazy that it happened twice. I was thrown into one of the cages in the courtyard. I didn't kill them! You've got it all wrong! Let me out of here! No matter how hard I tried to protest, Takamaru refused to listen. I was left to languish in the cage. I stayed there day after day after day. Eventually, we reached the end of the first round. Since I couldn't take part in the hunt anymore, I'd fallen into last place, and the bees came for me. Rip. Okay, so that was also a short route. Like I said, I was pretty sure that the killing game route is one of the ones that's like straightforward, pretty much has one way of progression, so like all the offshoots off the killing game route, I was pretty sure that most of them would be relatively quick bad ends. Well, you can never really know for sure until you see the ending happen. No. No, I don't want to team up with you, Yugamu. You're weird and creepy. Sure, everyone thinks I'm a murderer, and you are a murderer, so we should get along because of the fact that we have that, like, thread in common. But, no, you're weird, bro. Sorry, I can't team up with you. I was convinced Yugamu had to be plotting something, given that he went out of his way to approach me after I'd been ostracized. The things he usually talked about already made me uneasy. He probably just wanted to torment me for his own amusement. Oh, for the love of murder. You're a cautious one, aren't you, Takumi? Turning me down is as good as having a death wish, you know. Unless you have someone else in mind. No, I'm not gonna team up with anyone. I'll survive by myself. So stop following me. With that, I ran away. I ran and ran until I was nearly out of breath, trying to get away from Yugamu as quickly as I could. The thought that he might be trying to kill me struck fear into my heart. But no matter how far I ran, I didn't feel safe. After all, I was up against a professional assassin. I continued to run around with heedless abandon. Where am I? I realized I'd ended up in a place I'd never seen before. Where is this? Which direction is the school? I started looking around at my surroundings. All of a sudden, a huge swarm of school invaders popped out of the shadows. Of all the times to show up! I spun around and began to flee. Despite my best efforts, I was unable to shake off the pursuing invaders. They kept coming after me relentlessly, trying to intimidate me with their weird cries the whole time. I'd been running for what felt like hours, but they were still hot on my tail. In fact, there were now even more invaders than before. And then it finally happened. The invaders managed to completely surround me. I saw no way out. The only thing I can do now is fight, but I can't possibly beat this many invaders by myself.
Somebody, help me!
Of course, it was pointless to call for help.
Yugamu, are you out there somewhere?
No, you rejected him and he fucked off. He wouldn't come help me now. Not after I slapped away his offer to work together so thoughtlessly. Sorry, I can't team up with you. Why did I turn down his offer to help? Oh, right, because I'd gotten so paranoid. I'd lost my mind after falling out of favor with everyone else and took that frustration out on Yugamu. But all he really wanted was to save my life. It was too late for regrets. I was truly alone now. The invaders were getting more and more excited, like animals licking their lips before a big meal. Man, it's pretty cool that there's two paths where somebody gets rejected, and then a person ends up getting beaten to death by invaders as a direct result of that rejection. That's pretty cool. They'd found me isolated from the others, and now they couldn't wait to start tearing me apart. Slowly and steadily, they inched closer. And the closer they got, the stronger the smell of death became. My breathing quickened. My body was trembling. I instinctively understood that this was the end. As I looked death in the face, I finally understood how powerless someone who was completely isolated could be. Somebody who had lost the trust of others, who had lost the ability to trust others. Damn. Somebody like that was already as good as dead. Damn. Well, I think that's all the branches off the killing game path. Yeah. Yep, that's all of them. Off that path. What path is this? This is the second scenario path. I don't know. So we got a bunch of branches off the second scenario path. We got a branch here that leads into a path there. And I'm pretty sure we got like a branch somewhere here as well. Yeah, right here. Let's keep working our way backwards on the second scenario path here. When choosing to kill Ava or not kill Ava, let's go kill Ava. Or actually not kill Ava, because we already killed her the first time. Let's go decide to not kill the woman that we brainwashed. That sounds like a good decision. No. We protect her, even though Shoma was like, I can tell everybody the truth of what I learned, I just need more hemoanima, and the way to get it was to kill Ava. No, I won't allow it. We can't do this. This isn't about the truth or how important it is. We can't sacrifice Ava's life to get it. That's going too far. Takumi. Letting her live could be dangerous. She might remember her true self and her true loyalties at any time. And we can't take her back to the artificial satellite when all this is over. You're saying we'll have to kill her sooner or later anyway, right? Well, what if we don't? I want to find a way. I don't want to throw Ava's life away. For better or worse, she's our friend. She's one of us. I couldn't live with myself if we killed her now. Takumi. You're following your heart. I respect that. I wish I could back you up on this, you know? But she's the only commander left. I don't like it either, but it's the only way. Releasing Ava from her pain will release us from all the secrets, all the lies.
Why can't you understand that?
I'm telling you, none of that is worth killing a friend for.
It's all right. Please, do not hesitate to kill.
Yeah.
No, Ava, don't say that. It's not how you really feel, is it? You can't die here. You have a reason to live, remember? That's why you surrendered to us, isn't it? Because you had to survive, no matter what the cost.
My true feelings. No, I don't want to die.
Ah!
I know you're gonna hate me for this. I'm prepared for that. But you have to die, or we'll never know the truth. Goodbye, Ava! With a final tortured scream, Shoma began rushing toward Ava. Shoma, no, stop! He slipped past me and launched himself at her.
I don't want.
Well, rip Shoma, dude.
Shoma!
I recoiled in shock at the gruesome scene that played out over the next few seconds. At the last moment, Ava had moved in like some kind of feral beast and driven her weapon right through Shoma's heart. A huge amount of blood, or rather cryptoglobin, started pouring from the wound and flowing into the former commander.
Ava!
Aw, fuck, she went against her principles. Because she's absorbing the cryptoglobin, and that's, like, against her religion or whatever. So she's gonna, like, if she was conscious of what she was doing here, she'd be upset with herself.
I guess this is what I get. I'm a miserable failure to the very end.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Don't blame Ava, everyone. It's not her fault. She's just swatting a bug that tried to hurt her.
Ava, please! You need to stop!
Snapping back to my senses, I tried to pull her away from Shoma, but it was already too late.
No!
Shoma is.
No!
Everyone, restrain her.
We all braced ourselves for another battle. But rather than fight, Ava tottered unsteadily on her feet and passed out. She lay motionless on the ground right next to Shoma's dried up, desiccated body. Why? Why did it turn out like this? Once Ava was safely back in her cage, we dug a grave for Shoma and laid him to rest next to the others. All I'd wanted was to stop any more of my friends from dying. Instead, I'd saved one life at the cost of another.
How could this happen?
Shoma! Damn it! This isn't the death I would have wanted for him.
Whatever the one last secret Shoma had been so obsessed with was, we'd never learn the truth about it now. I didn't care about that, though. We had a much more immediate problem to deal with. Namely, what to do with Ava. She'd been unconscious ever since she absorbed Shoma's cryptoglobin, lying so still and quiet that it was hard to tell if she was still alive. But that didn't change the fact that she'd killed a member of our team, in spite of her brainwashing. That wasn't the kind of thing we could just ignore. I spent a restless night worrying over what would happen next until finally...
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! get ready for your 64th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
I was awake now, but the living nightmare I'd experienced yesterday hadn't gone away. This was cold, hard reality. A reality where Ava had killed Shoma. How had these things gone so far off track? Why couldn't I stop the people close to me from dying? I can't sit here moping. I need to talk to the others and figure out what to do about this. Just checking if there's nobody on any of the other floors before I actually fast travel to the cafeteria. Over in the cafeteria, everybody looked solemn. When I came in, the mood seemed to get a little more tense. Ava's been in her cage ever since yesterday. I see. It's a necessary precaution. If she goes crazy like that again, Kako could be in danger. Shoma used to be in charge of the key, but we've put it in the war room for now. You think we ought to move Ato's cage to a corner of the schoolyard? I think so. Leaving him near Ava the way she is now would be asking for trouble. Yeah, that's probably the safest choice right now, especially with Sirei out of action. Is there any chance Tsubasa can fix Sirei? She hasn't really been able to assess the damage yet. She's been too worried about other stuff. Ava went ahead and killed Choma and Sirei. Even I've got to tip my hat to her. Shoma's the one who attacked her first. We could probably rule killing him as self-defense. Technically, this whole war was self-defense, at least from Ava and the other Futurans' point of view. We all knew that, but this wasn't the time to point that out. It was a fact we were still struggling to come to terms with. Self-defense? I don't know about that. Ava's never really been one of us. She used to be our enemy, and she only fought for us because we brainwashed her. I mean, you all saw what she looked like when she killed Shoma and took his cryptoglobin, right? Yeah, that was pretty intense. She was like some kind of monster. Then it's a good thing we put her back in her cage, isn't it? Perhaps, but will that be enough? If she goes berserk again, I don't know if we can bring her under control. What are you getting at? You're saying it's too risky to allow Ava to live, right? You want to kill her? Doesn't seem fair. Just because she might be dangerous? Might nothing, she killed Shoma. We'll never be safe with someone like that around. Or do you just want to wait until she breaks out of her cage and attacks someone else? She stopped being a member of the team the moment she killed one of us. We gotta treat her like any other enemy now. You too, Takamaru? I know you don't want this, Takumi. That's why I won't force the decision right away. But we need to be aware of the danger and treat Ava with the appropriate amount of caution. Just so long as I'm not the one who has to guard her. I don't want to be her next victim. Ava was fast becoming a target of mistrust and fear, and it wasn't entirely unjustified. There wasn't really anything I could say to argue her case, so I just left. The whole special defense unit was avoiding Ava now. And not just her. They'd also started to look at me differently. I didn't have to ask why. I was the one who'd insisted on saving Ava from Shoma. My insistence that she tell us how she really felt was probably why she snapped too. I was just trying to stop Shoma from doing something he'd regret. But if I'd stayed quiet, he'd still be alive right now. On the other hand, if I hadn't stopped him, he'd have killed Ava. Damn it. What was I supposed to do? I knew there was no real answer to that question, but that just made my remorse stronger. I stayed in my room for the rest of that day. My thoughts continued to torment me long into the night. Day 65.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 65th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
It's morning. I don't think the others will feel like talking to me right now. At least not until we settle the issue of what we're going to do with Ava. I wonder how she's doing. How does she feel being shut up in her cage while we decide her fate for her? Maybe I'll go check on her before I do anything else. I went to the courtyard and made my way toward Ava's cage. In spite of all the chaos she'd caused a few days ago, she was sitting there quietly, just like always. The only difference was that she was tied up now. We'd taken another of her freedoms away from her. Her expression didn't change when she noticed me.
Have you come to punish me, Mr. Sumino?
Huh?
I'm sorry. I don't remember anything after the end of the battle. But I've been told that I did something terrible. I must be punished. I will accept any punishment. Please, pass your judgment on me.
Sorry, but I don't have that right. Nobody here does. We can't judge you for what you've done, Ava.
Ava's only the way she is because Sirei obliterated her real personality and made her a mindless slave. If anything, what happened to Shoma was our punishment for doing that to her. Of course, the way she was now, all that was lost on her.
I'm sorry. I don't understand. If I'm not going to be punished, when will I be let out? I cannot obey your orders inside this cage. I need to fight. I need to kill the invaders.
No, it's okay. Don't need to think about that stuff right now. Really. The only reason you feel like you need to is because of what we've done to you.
I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. Do you want me to stay in my cage and do nothing? If that is your order, I will obey it.
Sure, let's go with that. I'm sorry it has to be like this, but bear with it a little longer, okay?
Understood. I will remain here on standby until further notice.
I left the courtyard without coming to any new conclusions. But I still didn't think Ava killing Shoma meant we should kill her. It was our fault she was like this, in more ways than one. We were the ones who started this war, after all. Shoma's death had brought a lot of stuff into focus. Stuff I'd been trying not to think about. Namely, what we'd done to Ava. How we were trampling her dignity, treating her like a thing instead of a person. This was war, and humanity's future was on the line. The 100 line? Anyway, I knew that, but did that really make it okay to do something so cruel to a living, thinking person? No, it absolutely doesn't. What we're doing isn't right. Despite my worries, I somehow managed to slip into a light, restless sleep. Day 66.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 66th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
That morning, I decided to go see Ava again. I couldn't explain why, but I felt like I needed to talk to her some more.
How are you feeling today, Ava?
My physical condition is the same as ever.
That's good. Those restraints aren't hurting you, are they?
I am fine. They are a little tight around my chest, though.
Oh, right. Sorry. I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
I stayed and talked with Ava for a while. To be honest, I wasn't sure if I could really call it a conversation. I wasn't talking to the real Ava after all. This was just what was left of her after Sirei had removed any part of her personality that might have given us trouble. That got me thinking. What was the real Ava like? Not Ava the enemy commander, but Ava the Futuran, the person. What had her personality been like before? What kind of life did she live? Who were the people she cared about the most?
Ava, did you have a family before? Somebody you wanted to protect?
I was just thinking out loud. I wasn't really expecting a reply. But my question had an effect on her.
Huh? Ava! Ava! What is it? What's the matter?
Stop it! No!
Ava! Ava, please get a hold of yourself!
Something was seriously wrong here. Ava jerked around erratically, a look of agony on her face, and then she slumped over motionless, like a puppet whose strings had been cut.
Ava? She's still breathing. She must have passed out. But why did this happen?
Should I tell the others about it? No, they'll just think she went berserk again. They're already looking for reasons to execute her. I'd better stay quiet. As I stood there looking down at her, Ava's lips parted ever so slightly and moved.
Mune.
I stuck to my decision and didn't tell anyone about Ava's strange behavior. When she woke up again, she'd gone back to normal. Well, normal for her. But I couldn't stop thinking about what she'd said when she passed out. What was it again? Commune? Could that be someone's name? It seemed like asking her about family was what triggered that weird reaction. If she mentioned commune after that, then... Day 6-7. 6-7. Shut up, Lightning.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 67th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Things were still awkward between me and the rest of the team. I went to the cafeteria a little later than usual so I wouldn't run into them.
Huh?
Alright, no one's here. True, I was staying out of everyone's way right now, but none of them were actively seeking me out either. It had been like that ever since I saved Ava. I didn't blame them for being mad at me. I was largely responsible for Shoma's death. I don't have anything to do today, but I'm still worried about Ava. Maybe I'll go check on her again.
Takumi,
Oh, hey, Nozomi.
been going to talk to Ava a lot lately, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Is that a problem?
Not a problem exactly. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think you should stop.
Huh?
I can tell what you're thinking. What happened wasn't Ava's fault. It's just because of the brainwashing. But if you keep this up, people might get the wrong idea. Think about how it looks.
Nozomi was right, of course. She summed up the whole situation pretty well. Seeing me go and talk to Ava every day, it wouldn't be unusual for the others to start getting suspicious of me. Thanks for the warning.
I'm sorry. What I'm saying must sound heartless. I mean, you're all Ava has right now. If you stop going to see her, she'll be the target of everyone's hate, with no one to turn to. But I'd rather that happen than see everyone turn on you. I had to say something.
Even now, she's doing her best to be honest and considerate. Nozomi's such a good person. Better than I'll ever be. No, really, thank you. But I'm gonna keep seeing Ava.
What?
I'm not doing it for her. This is the only way I can deal with my guilt. Both for getting Shoma killed, and for making Ava the way she is. Heck, even for the fact that humanity are the ones trying to take the Futurans home from them. I've been complicit in so much horrible stuff. It feels like the guilt is going to crush me. Talking to Ava helps somehow.
Takumi.
Our conversation drifted into an uneasy silence. I turned and left the cafeteria. Nozomi didn't try to stop me. I went to the courtyard to talk to Ava again. As usual, she answered all my questions with a dull, emotionless look on her face. In spite of that, when I talked to her, the miasma of guilt choking my heart felt a little more manageable. In the end, I was still using her, just in a different way from before.
Looks like it's getting late. I'd better head back for the day.
Understood. Goodbye, Mr. Samino.
She looks kind of restless. Is she trying to tell me something?
Ava, is there something on your mind?
Mr. Samino, why are you being so nice to me? I'm just a possession for you to use as you see fit.
I don't want to treat you like a possession anymore. Even if it's not by your own choice. You're still an ally I entrust my life to on the battlefield. And we've done something truly terrible to you. That's the reason things have ended up like this. But for what it's worth, I want to do whatever I can for you.
For me?
My words would probably have rung false if I were speaking to the real Ava. If I really cared about her, I would have released her and let her go back to her own people. Since I couldn't do that, I was trying to make myself feel better by offering something else. A token gesture to help lighten my guilt.
Ava, I know it's probably pointless to ask, but is there anything you'd like to do?
Me? I want to kill invaders.
No, I mean, outside of battle. There's gotta be something, right? Is there, say, anyone you really miss right now?
The same way I miss Karua.
You said someone's name last time. Commune. Do you know who that is?
Commune.
The moment she heard the name, Ava's face went pale.
Oh no, not again!
I wished I hadn't mentioned that name now, but there was no taking it back. Ava began thrashing around like she had last time. But with one very important difference.
Where am I? How did I get here?
What the?
My head! No! Stop! Get out of my head!
You've got to be kidding. The brainwashing's wearing off? The look in Ava's eyes had changed. It had gone from a beast-like confusion to fear and suspicion. It was the same way she'd looked when I tried to talk to her the first time, before Sirei took her away for his emergency treatment.
Please, no! No more! Don't mess with my head again! Why are you doing this? How can you be so cruel?
Ava, please, you have to calm down. I'm not going to do anything to you, I promise.
I probably didn't sound very convincing, but I was desperate.
You have to stop yelling, though. If the others hear you, we could be in big trouble.
You won't do anything? That's a lie! Why would I believe anything you say?
Now that Sirei's not here to operate the machine, Ava's brainwashing is gone for good. But if Hiriko and the others find out that she's her old self again...
Listen to me, Ava. You were brainwashed. It's only just wearing off now. But if the rest of my team realize that, they'll kill you for sure. I don't want that to happen. I know this must be hard for you to believe. But please, just trust me on this. I'm trying to save your life.
Save my life? Oh wait, you're...
My frantic pleading finally got through to her, and she began to calm down. She was no longer looking at me with outright animosity, but that fear and unease in her eyes hadn't gone away.
I think I'm starting to remember. It's like something out of a nightmare. A me who wasn't me. You're... Takumi Sumino, leader of the Special Defense Unit.
You remember what happened while you were brainwashed?
Only a little. It's coming back to me, but it's still fuzzy. Did you mean what you said just now? You really want to save me?
I do. Please, believe me.
It was such a subtle change that it was easy to miss, but Ava's caution seemed to ease up a little.
After you took me prisoner, your commanding officer, Sirei, he brainwashed me. Now that I've broken free of it, the risks of letting me live outweigh the benefits. It's like you said, if the others find out, it could be the end for me.
She's still afraid, but she's thinking rationally. This is the real Ava, huh? She was a commander, so I guess it's no surprise that she'd be able to handle herself in a crisis. It feels like I'm seeing a whole new side of her, though.
But that begs the question. Are you really going to keep this a secret from your allies?
If I can, then yes. I'll try.
You'd betray your own team for me?
No, I wouldn't put it that way. I'm just as loyal to them as I always have been. It's more like, even if our people are at war, as individuals, there's no need for you and me to hate each other, right?
So, this is your way of easing your guilt for brainwashing me?
Yup, literally yes.
Well, alright. I'll do as you say. For now.
Thanks, Ava.
What am I gonna do with her now, though? I don't have any kind of concrete plan. I'll have to think of something. I probably shouldn't stick around her too much longer. If people get too suspicious, this will all be for nothing.
We'll talk about what we're going to do next tomorrow. If anyone else tries to speak to you before then.
I know. I'll pretend I'm still brainwashed. But don't worry. You're the only one who comes to see me anyway.
Ava smiled sadly. Reluctantly, I walked away, leaving her locked up in that cage for another day. I never expected Ava to break out of her brainwashing, and so completely, too. This could be a big problem. Keeping a secret like this won't be easy. Why did it happen now, though? How did she do it? She's been acting a little strange lately, but that only started at the end of our last battle. In other words, when she absorbed Shoma's cryptoglobin. Did doing that make Ava strong enough to break free of C-Race programming? It's not impossible, I guess. Either way, I'm the one who made the choice to save her and set all this in motion. I need to be prepared for what this could mean for me. Depending on how I handle this, I might end up in a worse position than ever. That doesn't matter. I made my decision, now I have to take responsibility for it.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 68th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
After eating a quick, simple breakfast in the cafeteria, I made my way to the courtyard when no one was watching. Naturally, I was going to talk to Ava about the future.
Takumi Samino.
When Ava saw me, she dropped her act, allowing emotion to show on her face again.
You're late. You ought to consider how I feel, waiting for you all alone.
Despite a rebuke, she seemed more relaxed now, almost like she was warming up to me.
Sorry. I didn't want to look like I was in too much of a hurry and risk tipping anyone off.
I know. I was just trying to make you feel bad.
I guess I deserve that much, at the very least.
We are enemies after all. You and I, we're enemies. Invaders, and the invaded.
Ava stared at me intently, her gaze burning with a dozen warring emotions. Anger, hatred, grief, and more besides.
Why did you attack us? If you'd never come to Futurum, none of this would have happened.
I won't make excuses. I know that we're the ones who started this war now.
No, I didn't mean to blame you personally. You didn't know. You were told you were fighting to protect your friends and family.
If I had to put a name to the emotion on Ava's face now, I'd have to call it pity. Compassion, maybe. I guess in her eyes, we were just misled soldiers made to fight in a war we didn't fully understand. Which is the truth,
So-
pretty much.
What's going to happen to me now?
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'm not necessarily expecting you to set me free, but it would be nice to know.
At the very least, I can promise I won't tell anyone you're back to your old self. They hate you enough as it is.
Hate me? Isn't that a little excessive? They didn't treat me this way or make me wear these strange clothes before. Why did things change so suddenly?
Huh?
Something seemed odd about Ava's attitude. Could it be...
Ava, do you remember a member of our team named Shoma? Shoma Genzaki.
Shoma. Yes, I remember. He used to come see me in my cage and help me out with little everyday things. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him in a while. What's happened to him?
Yeah, she doesn't remember. She said as much that she didn't remember what she did. I was right. Ava doesn't remember killing Shoma. She did say her memory was still fuzzy. What now? Should I tell her? No, the shock might be too much for her, but I've got to tell her something.
You've gone pale. Oh no. Did he?
He died. In battle.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we can't tell her that she killed him, dude. That'd be so fucking cruel. Ava was too observant for me to hide the truth completely. But at least I was able to hold back the most important detail for now.
He was kind to me, even when I was a prisoner. I got the feeling that he just wasn't made for war.
Yeah. He was a good guy. And a much braver, kinder person than he ever gave himself credit for.
You've had it hard too, haven't you?
Ava spoke with a kind of sympathy that I instinctively knew was sincere. Even shut up in this cage behind enemy lines, she still found it in her heart to consider my feelings. Obviously, Shoma wasn't the only brave, kind soul around here.
You're not worried about me, are you? I'm the one responsible for killing all your friends.
Friends? Oh, do you mean the other heroes?
Yeah, they're not exactly your friends.
We fought on the same side, but I wouldn't call them friends. They certainly didn't think of me that way. I didn't ask to be chosen by the power of God. If it weren't for that, I would never have gone to war in the first place. I never wanted to be a hero.
And that I finally understood. Ava and I may have been on different sides, born on different planets, but we were basically the same. Neither of us wanted to fight or kill other people. But with our homes and families on the lines, we'd been left with no choice. We didn't choose this life, it was chosen for us.
It's the same for all of you, isn't it? I understood that once I saw you outside of battle. You don't really want to fight either. It's too bad we had to meet like this. In another time and place, we might have been...
Ava couldn't bring herself to finish that sentence. Sorry if the audio was weird, I stood up for a second. I couldn't say anything to comfort her either. I just stared into her big, sad eyes. After a while, I checked again to make sure no one was watching, and made my way back inside. No one was walking. Nobody was walking. She doesn't remember what she did to Shoma. This could be bad. Veshnes said the commanders are forbidden to absorb another person's cryptoglobin. When Ava does remember, she won't just have to deal with the guilt of killing Shoma who didn't deserve it, but breaking one of her people's most serious religious taboos, too. I can't do that to her. I'd better keep it a secret a little longer. I was so absorbed in my thoughts, I didn't notice someone else was coming down the hallway toward me until they spoke up.
Ah, Takumi.
Huh? Oh, hey, Tsubasa.
It feels like a while since we talked, huh? Are you okay? You look kind of pale.
I'm fine. I didn't get enough sleep last night, that's all.
Same here. But I'm one step closer to fixing Sirei now.
Oh, so the repairs are going well?
Yep, Moko and some of the others went out and found me a bunch of useful materials. And Yugamu found a bunch of data and schematics and stuff on the war room computer.
How long do you think it'll be until you can fix him?
At the rate things are going now, probably just 3 more days. I didn't exactly like the guy, but he was useful to have around. I think Shion misses him too. He hasn't appeared since Sirei got destroyed, you know. I'm worried about him. Anyway, I'm gonna head to the cafeteria. Gotta fuel up so I can keep working. See ya.
You gotta sabotage that. I parted ways with Tsubasa and went back to my room feeling more uneasy than ever. Sounds like she really is going to fix Sirei. Now things are looking really bad. If Sirei comes back and hears Ava's been acting strange, he's sure to look into the cause thoroughly. Then the fact that the brainwashing's come undone is bound to come out. Tsubasa said she'd be done in another 3 days. That makes day 71 my time limit. That doesn't leave me a lot of time. But what should I do? We gotta break her out. We gotta break her out.
Up and Atom troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 69th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
Funny number.
Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
After breakfast, I once more made my way to the courtyard to talk to Ava. We discussed the situation from different angles, and she told me a little more about Futurum and its people. As we talked, I gradually became aware of something. I was enjoying myself. Being here with her, talking about whatever came into our heads. It was a nice way to get away from everything for a while.
You know, the more you tell me, I get the feeling Futurans and Earthlings aren't so different after all.
I know. It's not just how we look, but our culture and history is similar too. Maybe we share a common ancestor somewhere in the distant past.
Sounds like something out of a sci-fi story. But it wouldn't be all that strange at this point.
Ava suddenly stopped talking, and a look of profound sorrow crossed her face.
Is something wrong?
I know that telling you about this won't do me any good, but I was thinking about my daughter.
Daughter? You have kids?
Do I look too young to be a mother? Well, technically she is adopted. Her name is Commune. She's only a little girl, but she's very smart.
Commune. So she was remembering her family.
Her birth parents tried to oppose Veshnes, and were executed. She killed them right in front of her. Commune has suffered so much already. I just want her to be happy. Don't look so worried. We may be apart now, but I'm sure God is watching over her.
You know, I've been meaning to ask about that too. The god that you believe in on this planet, what kind of deity are they?
I can tell you some of our legends, for starters. Long ago, God gave Futurum the boxes of blessings and calamity.
Blessings? Calamity?
7 boxes of blessings that could grant any wish, and 6 boxes of calamity that would bring disaster when opened. It's said that God's power is what gave the boxes such frightening potential. After they appeared, that same power brought about a long period of peace. We still believe that those chosen to wield it are closer to God than others. But when this war started, everything changed. Our divine powers are no longer used simply to protect others, but to actively slaughter our enemies as well. My sister, that is, Veshness, was at the forefront of that change in attitude. Commune's birth parents tried to stop her, so she killed them.
I saw fear, sadness, and powerlessness reflected in Ava's eyes. I was still getting used to seeing her express so much emotion.
My poor Commune. Fate hasn't been kind to her. Even now, she can't be truly free. Even if I'm just a replacement for the mother she lost, I still want to give her all of the love I can.
Just a replacement? Somehow I doubted that. When Ava talked about Commune, her whole being radiated love. That kind of love that only a mother could feel. Seeing her like this seemed to make everything fall into place, and the last of my doubts disappeared.
Listen, Ava. I've made up my mind.
I crouched down in front of the cage so I could look her in the eye face to face.
I'm going to get you out of here.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. So long as you're at this school, you'll never be safe. Sooner or later, you'll be seen as a potential threat and executed, or brainwashed again.
Either way, it amounted to this Ava disappearing forever. I didn't want that, and for some reason, I don't think Shoma would have either.
You really mean it, don't you? But what about you, Takumi? If you let me go, won't you be treated as a traitor?
I'll figure something out. Maybe I can make it look like an accident.
I don't understand. Why are you willing to go that far for my sake?
I didn't have an answer for her. Not one I could put into words, anyway. But the camaraderie I'd felt for Ava before, the sympathy I felt for her now, the guilt at it being part of an invading force, they were all driving me in the same direction. Maybe that wasn't much of a reason, or maybe it was all the reason I needed.
I guess it's because this war isn't what I thought it was. Knowing what I do now, I just can't justify it anymore. That's why it's so important to me to do the right thing in other ways, if I can. That's really all there is to it.
And the right thing is saving me.
Saving you and reuniting you with Commune.
Oh,
And I don't want to stop there either. Talking to you has made me realize how alike we all are. You and Commune can find other common ground between our planets. I'm sure of it. I'll try to find something on this side too. Maybe then we can stop the fighting and end this war peacefully. Maybe I'm being hypocritical or naive. Maybe I'll be treated as a traitor. But I don't care about that. I just want to follow my heart and do what I believe is right.
Takumi, thank you.
Yeah, we're probably going to be treated as a traitor and murdered. And just like that, my future had been decided. Now I knew what I had to do. It was best to do it sooner rather than later. I'd get everything ready today and carry out the plan tomorrow. On day 70, I was going to set Ava free. Got up early before the morning announcement. I went over everything in my mind one last time, then headed to Ava's cage. First, I handed her a small knife to cut her restraints with.
Phew. I can finally move my arms and legs again. Those ropes were really tight around my chest, too.
Yeah, you mentioned that. All that's left now is to unlock the cage. But knowing Hiriko and the others, they'll probably have some kind of extra security in place to tip them off if it's opened. So when I do open it, get out of here as fast as you can.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I held her gaze for a few moments, then smiled. It's too late for second thoughts now. I've come this far. I'm not backing down.
Thank you, Takumi. I'm truly grateful. Peaceful negotiation might not be possible while Veshness is still in charge. But I'll do what I can for you. Whatever happens to me from here on, I'll never forget what you've done for me.
Ava. I wanted to say something clever, something meaningful, but I knew I'd never do justice to all the complex, confusing things I was feeling. Instead, I fumbled with the key I'd gotten from the war room and thrust it into the lock.
Huh? What's wrong, Takumi?
That's weird. It's not opening. The key won't fit.
Are you sure it's the right key?
It's the right one, all right. I just switched it with a dummy. Hiriko! In a flash, 3 more figures appeared and surrounded me. Gaku! Yugamu! Takamaru!
Such a pity. I didn't really think you'd try to release the prisoner.
How could you let her get inside your head? You're supposed to be the leader here. I didn't want to believe it either. But now that we've caught you in the act, we can't let this slide. You betrayed us, Takumi. Ain't no way I'm accepting you as leader anymore. What's going on? How did you guys know? You've got bigger things to worry about. You've really done it now, Samino. Shirei. But why? I thought the repairs weren't done yet.
Hooray!
Juana's just that good. Thanks to her, your beloved commanding officer's back and better than ever. A good thing, too. I was just in time to stop you from making a terrible mistake.
No!
And it seems like Ava snapped out of her brainwashing all on her own, too. Did absorbing Genzaki's cryptoglobin give you the strength to do that, I wonder?
Absorb? What are you talking about?
Stop it, Shirei, don't tell her! You mean you don't remember, Ava? You killed Genzaki and sucked him dry. Taking his cryptoglobin made your own power of God stronger. Strong enough to break through my brainwashing.
This isn't good.
when Ava finds out what she did, she'll... I took his power? I consumed the power of God? That can't be. I violated the taboo? No! Ava, calm down.
Oh,
You killed an irreplaceable member of our special defense unit. The least you could do is remember him. That's enough, Sire. Restraining Takumi comes first. Restraining me? Sorry, man, but we can't risk you running around and trying something like this again. Do us a favor and come quietly, okay? I really don't want to fight you. Besides, it's 4 against 1. You don't seriously think you can win with odds like that, do you? The 4 of them began to close in on me. I broke God's law. It can't be, it's a lie. I can't let Ava out while she's like this. Even if she got out, she's in no condition to run or defend herself. Right when I was about to give up hope, there was the sound of an explosion, and a blinding light flooded my vision. What's this? A flash grenade. But who could have thrown it?
Hey. Hey.
That's Ato. Over here, Takumi! Hurry! You! Still dazzled by the light, I took his hand and let him lead me away. After a terrifying few seconds of running blind, the light started to fade. Somehow, we'd made it all the way to the schoolyard. What are you doing here? Phew, looks like we lost them. It's a good thing Karara left a bunch of traps lying around in her room. Hito, why? It wasn't just me Ato had saved. He'd somehow gotten Ava out of her cage and brought her with us. You got lucky, Takumi. When you moved my cage away from Ava's, it caused some kind of fault with the electromagnetic equipment. I could have escaped at any time. I just chose not to. I lost interest after you let me live a second time. I'd planned to stay put and watch the conclusion to your ugly, loathsome lives. But then I heard a rumor. I happened to hear a rumor that you were going to betray the team, Takumi. I doubt you happened to hear anything from where your cage was moved to. Well, I'll leave that part to your imagination. The point is, once I heard about that, I couldn't remain passive anymore. While you were busy in the courtyard just now, I snuck out and got the real key from the war room. And while the others were blinded, I opened up Ava's cage and let her out. Okay, but why? Why would you save the 2 of us? You're allying yourself with Ava, aren't you? That means you're an enemy of humanity now. And as you know, I hate humanity. What? No, that's not what I was trying to do. Perhaps not, but that's what everyone is going to think. That's why I had to step in and save you. Not that it's going to help your case very much. He's right, it was bad enough that the others found out I was helping Ava, but if they also think I'm working with Ato, well, good luck from here on. Consider this a parting gift. Ato handed me a knapsack that had been lying on the ground nearby. I packed a set of Ava's battle gear and some light rations, as well as your infuser, Takumi. Now that things have reached this point, neither of you are going to be welcome here. What? But... No, you're right. I left a fire extinguisher near the wall of fire. Use it and get out of here.
Takumi, are you sure about this?
Ava hadn't quite recovered from the shock of hearing what she'd done yet. But she'd calmed down a little now, and although she wouldn't say it, she seemed worried. It's fine, Ava. This just means I get to reunite you with Commune in person. And after that, we can figure out a way to open up peace talks. This might actually be better for us. Let's end the war. Together.
Takumi.
There's never a dull moment with you around, Takumi. Personally, I think any attempts to negotiate with humanity are doomed to failure. But I'll at least hope that you end your life in a way that has some meaning for you. What are you going to do, Eito? I'll stay here. It's not like I have anywhere else to go. Besides, it might be fun to see how long this school lasts without you here. Okay, well, thanks again. Don't mention it. Really, don't. Your gratitude makes my skin crawl. You'd better leave before they come after you. Right. Come on, Ava, let's go.
Okay.
Eito. I honestly wish we had brought Eito with us. But whatever. And so Ava and I ran, leaving Last Defense Academy behind us. I only looked back once. One final look at the school. For a moment, I thought I saw Karuwa standing there, seeing us off with a melancholy look on her face.
Oh.
There he goes. Didn't you want to say anything to him?
No, it's fine. If this is what Takumi wants, there's nothing more to say.
You worked so hard to save him, though. Are you sure you want to keep it a secret? She's the one who threw the flash grenade. Eito stepped in to pretend it was him.
Oh.
You even begged me for my help, let me out of my cage, and even went and found the real key. All for him. Is this what they call unselfish love? You'll have to forgive me. I've never understood that kind of thing.
No, that's not it. It's... Honestly, I'm not sure how to feel. We have to fight if we want to survive. But so long as we keep fighting, other people will suffer. In a situation like this, I have no idea what's wrong or right or wrong. No one does. I think that's part of why Takumi is leaving. He just can't think of the Futurans as just the enemy anymore. If that's how he feels, I won't stand in his way or force him to fight, to stay and fight against his will. All I want is for Takumi to press forward and trust in his decision, just like he always has.
To think the team leader of the Special Defense Unit would run off with an enemy commander. If Sumino follows Atsuki's lead and starts fighting on their side instead, it could be a problem. We're better off detonating the bomb in him now so that he doesn't...
Wait a moment, Sirei.
Huh?
You're stopping me, Shizahara. What gives?
From Veshness's point of view, Ava is already a traitor. I can't imagine the invaders welcoming her or Takumi with open arms. And when you factor in how inhospitable the rest of this planet is, the two of them probably won't live very long on their own. Give them enough time, and they'll be begging to be allowed back into the school.
Yeah.
What, you think we can just afford to wait for them to come crawling back?
They'll effectively be acting as decoys while they're out there. They might even kill some of our enemies for us.
But what if Veshness kills Takumi and takes his cryptoglobin? Beating her is going to be hard enough already.
We don't have much of a chance of winning without Shoma, Ava, and Takumi anyway. I don't think Takumi deserted us without good reason either. He has a plan, I'm certain of it.
What kind of plan?
I don't know, but I do know he'll do his best for us, in his own way. He can't do that if you kill him now. Why not take a chance on him figuring something out? Also, a little reminder, we could have left you the way you were before. We didn't have to fix you. You can consider this your way of returning the favor.
Well, well. I never had you pegged for the sentimental type, Shizahara. Thought you were all about strategy and logic. Yeah, sure, why not? You won me over with your honeyed words. I guess it's always better to bet on a slim chance than no chance at all. And let's face it, the way things are now, humanity needs every chance it can get.
We certainly do.
Save my progress. Day 71. Ava and I wandered through ruin after abandoned ruin. That was all we found, no matter where we went. The merciless heat in the day and cruel cold at night slowly but surely ate away at our energy. At some point, we stopped walking and just stood in a place like statues. All around us was nothing but ruins and rubble. We didn't have the energy to move another inch forward. I'd been prepared for the fact that I might die back when I defied Sirei to save Ava. Now it looked like our escape had only bought us a few days of reprieve. Needless to say, dying so far away from the school meant I'd die for good.
Takumi, I'm sorry that you have to suffer like this. I'm the one who should be punished. I broke God's law, and now you're paying the price.
It's a little late for that now. I told you before, didn't I? I've made my choice and I'm sticking to it.
And you don't regret it.
I looked at Ava, her face pale and washed out with exhaustion, and smiled. It hurt from how cracked my lips were, but I did it anyway. I've made a lot of choices since this war began. Choices I can never take back. If I had to be honest, I've got a ton of regrets. About all of them. But not this one. For once, I know I made the right decision. We may be from different worlds, and we may have started on different sides, but being here with you, even like this, makes me happy.
Oh, Takumi, you're such a fool. Such a wonderful fool.
Ava and I stood there, buffeted by the merciless wind and dust storms, leaning on each other for support. Each other. That was all we had now. Morning found us still standing there, surrounded by the desolate remains of future civilization. Which day was this again? 74? The rations Ato had given us were getting low. We were gonna run out of water soon. This barren wasteland wasn't likely to offer us anywhere to top up our supply either.
None of the buildings had anything edible left inside them. We were just lucky we didn't run into any invaders. In a way, being killed by the very planet my people had tried to invade was probably a fitting end to me.
Commune. I wanted you to meet her too.
Hey, don't be like that. It could still happen. Even as I said it, I knew it was a vain hope. This planet was a big place, and we didn't even know if Ava's daughter was still alive out there somewhere. Even if she was, the two of us no longer had it in us to go and find her. All we could do now was stay put and wait for death to claim us. Day 75. We'd made it to day 75. I thought we had anyway. I might have lost count. My eyes hurt from the blazing sun shining on my face. I guess that meant I was on the ground now, lying face up. I didn't know how long I'd been like that, but I couldn't see myself getting up again anytime soon.
Ava.
Takumi.
I croaked out Ava's name, and she answered me. That was the only sign I had that we were both still alive. I forced my arm to move and reached out in the direction her voice had come from. Slowly, my fingers met hers sooner than I was expecting. She'd reached out for me too.
I'm going to try to think about this the same way you do. This isn't punishment for violating a taboo. It's just where my choices have led me.
Ava.
Talking to you. Being saved by you. The time we've spent together. It's... I don't know how to explain it, but somehow, when I'm with you, I feel at peace. If this is how I die, here, with your hand in mine, maybe it won't be so bad.
I had the sense that Ava had closed her eyes. I didn't like where this was going. A chill ran down my spine. I called her name again, but this time, there was no reply. Is this really the end? I guess this was always where we were headed. Right from the time we left the school. But Ava, I wanted you to live, even if I couldn't. I wanted to feel like I'd protected something. Someone important. But it's over now. Everything's fading. It's all going dark. Day 76. Day 77. Day 78. Takumi. Please, wake up, Takumi. At the sound of that voice, I opened my eyes. Where am I?
Takumi, you're awake! Oh, thank goodness!
I found myself lying on a simple bed, with Ava looking down at me with an expression of profound relief. Ava? How are we still alive? I raised my tired head and looked around.
We weren't in the ruins where we'd passed out. This felt like somewhere completely different. Someone arrived to save us, right at the last minute. Saved us? Who would do that?
Ah, you are awake. That is certainly a relief. You might not have made it if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much, Commune.
Commune?
Do not be so modest, Mother. You've been nursing him around the clock as well. You may have come to first, but I wish you'd be more careful.
Ava, did you say commune? So this girl is...
Yes, I am Ava's daughter, Commune. It's nice to meet you, Takumi. Mother has told me a lot about you. We were fortunate to be able to save both your lives. Welcome to the Rebellion headquarters.
Rebellion?
It's a long story. You should have some warm soup first.
Now that you mention it, that'd be great. I'm starving. While I dug into the first hot food I'd had in days, Commune told me about what was going on. The people of Futurum and Earth had been at war for years, generations even. Futuran society had become a military dictatorship, with Veshness ruling by right of her abnormally strong cryptoglobin. The power of God she'd been blessed with made her a hero among heroes. Someone who had saved the planet from certain doom countless times. But all that power had gone to her head. She started eliminating anyone who opposed her or dared to disagree with her policies. To Veshness, every living Futuran was a potential weapon to use in the war against us. Those grotesque monsters we called invaders, they'd all just been regular people once. Plenty still opposed what Veshness was doing, but they couldn't do so openly. That was why they formed this underground resistance group, the Rebellion. Ava's daughter, Commune, had assumed control of the Rebellion. As its only cryptoglobin user, she was the natural choice. Still, it's gotta be a tough job for a little girl like her.
Alas, the Rebellion lacks the power to engage the Supreme Commander and her forces directly. Any resistance we offer is but a drop in the ocean. Even my divine power is ill-suited for battle. On the bright side, that means Veshness has largely ignored us in favor of more immediate threats.
Like me and my friends?
Indeed, the hero-class fighters have all been sent to assail your base rather than hunt us down.
Then why don't we work together? None of us want this war to continue. If we can stop Last Defense Academy from raising this planet and take down Veshness too, we might just be able to live in peace.
It's a pleasant thought, but we have no hope of defeating Veshness. And as for your academy, do you really think you can destroy it? Can you bring yourself to fight your former allies?
No, I knew very well I couldn't do that. Not so long as I had this bomb inside me.
And do not forget, your kind are the hated invaders who have laid waste to our planet.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, but you are different, Takumi. As the one who saved my mother's life, I have nothing but gratitude for you.
Commune looked at me with genuine affection. Ava must have been playing up my good points while I was still unconscious.
Still, if Veshness defeats your old team, she will surely come after us next. I hate to say this, but our best chance may be for Veshness and Last Defense Academy to destroy each other. Commune, I'm so sorry you had to shoulder this burden alone. It took everything I had to keep Veshness away from you for this long. That was more than enough, Mother. I'm just happy I get to see your smiling face again. Oh, Commune. Not to mention, having the two of you here will provide quite the morale boost.
You sure you want me to?
Of course! The rebellion is a refuge for anyone on the run from Veshness. Besides, what kind of daughter would I be if I turned away a man my mother favors so highly?
Favors?
It's not exactly a honeymoon resort, but please do make yourself at home here. Commune, I think you've misunderstood. Oh, I understand all too well, Mother. Come, let me show you to your tent. Due to supply issues, you will both have to stay in the same tent together, but I'm sure that won't be a problem for you. Shall we?
Yeah, I guess we should. Awkwardness aside, that was the start of mine and Ava's life with the rebellion. Our final deadline, day 100, was getting closer, but our bodies needed time to heal and recover. Not being used to Futuran people or customs, I felt a little out of place at first. My brain fried for a second. But Ava did her best to help me get used to it in any way she could. With all the time we were spending together, the vague feelings I had for Ava began to develop into something more definite. I couldn't deny them anymore. And so the days passed by, one after another. Day 93. The wind was gentle that morning. It felt like the kind of day where you could just relax and go with the flow. Way out on the horizon, the mountains towered underneath an endless azure blue sky. It was the kind of scenery I could have never even dreamed of back in the complex. I sat outside our tent for a while, just marveling at the sight of it. Living here was nice. It was quiet. Time passed by without me really noticing. Even with the occasional invader attack, they were never too much for Ava and me to deal with. It wasn't like at Last Defense Academy where it felt like we won every battle by the skin of our teeth. I wonder how everyone is doing back at the school. I bet they're still fighting hard. I bet they're about to get killed by Dalsha.
Oh, Takumi, you're out here, huh?
Ava emerged from our tent and sat down next to me.
Were you thinking about your friends again?
Yeah. And not good thoughts either.
What do you mean?
Just that it's thanks to them fighting all the tough battles that we can live so comfortably here.
Yes, according to Commune scouting parties, several more squads have been sent to attack the school since we escaped.
They're probably doing everything they can just to get by. Dying, getting revived, dying again. Despite knowing that, more than feeling sorry for them or guilty for not helping, I just feel happy. I want things to stay the way they are. I like my peaceful life here with you. I don't want it to end. It's not fair that I get to be happy when the others are going through hell. It should bother me more.
Takumi.
I'm a terrible person. I was their leader, but I ran off and abandoned them. At some point, I'd started shaking, and not because I was cold. Ava took my trembling hands in hers and drew me into a warm embrace, comforting me like I was a crying child.
Of course, you don't want to fight anymore. Of course, you want to be happy. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to feel bad about it. Besides, I'm pretty terrible myself. I allowed my precious daughter to shoulder a burden she's far too young to bear. Not only that, I also broke one of my people's most sacred laws.
Even if I can't take your sins away, I can at least lament mine with you. We're both guilty of awful things, so why not comfort each other in our guilt?
I don't know what to say. What could I say? In all likelihood, these 100 days were going to end just like the last, with Shion's undying flames scorching the planet and destroying everything in their path. The only way our peaceful lives could continue if Last Defense Academy fell. Commune's suggestion that we hope Veshness and the Special Defense Unit wipe each other out seemed heartless at the time. But deep down, I think a part of me felt that way too.
Come back inside. It's cold out here.
Yeah. I let Ava lead me away back into our tent. From the bottom of my heart, all I wanted was to live with her like this, always. But I knew that wouldn't happen. Everything was going to change, and soon. I could feel it inside me, with a cold, hard certainty I struggled to ignore. Day 94. While I was wandering around the rebellion camp, Commune called out to me.
Hello, Takumi. You certainly seemed like you had a good time last night.
Quit kidding around. Is my relationship with your mom just one big joke to you?
The two of you are so close these days after all. Perhaps I'm a little jealous.
You're always so mature and level-headed. You feel like more like her sister than her daughter sometimes.
In all seriousness, I am happy for her. I've never seen Mother smile the way she does around you before. Her life had been so full of worry and unwanted obligations. She's never really had the chance to.
She's had it pretty tough, huh?
Yes, she never wanted to fight, but after being chosen by God's power, she had little choice. Not to mention, her own sister is the Supreme Commander. She's been used and exploited at every turn. But now, it feels as though she is really living her own life. Thanks to you, Takumi.
Hey, come on. If anything's giving her life meaning, it's you, Commune. The hope of finding her way back to Commune was what had made Ava beg us to spare her life after all.
I know my mother loves me very much. I never doubted that. But it is because we are so close that I can tell you are special to her, Takumi.
I'm special?
Mother and I are parent and child. We can never be equal partners.
That's kind of a lot of pressure, but I'll do my best not to disappoint you.
That's the spirit. Keep it up, and one day I may call you father.
Commune smiled mischievously. I couldn't tell how serious she was, but it was clear she meant it when she said she was happy for Ava. She must have been so worried about her all this time. Could Ava, Commune, and I really be family someday? It was a nice idea. Just thinking about it made me smile. And how much happier would I be if I could make that dream a reality? We'd had another string of peaceful days, without any scruffles against invaders. Scuffles. I don't know why I said scruffles. That in itself wasn't a bad thing. I had an uneasy feeling about what might be coming next. My misgivings turned out to be right on the mark. One day, Commune visited our tent, looking pale and shaken.
I received a troubling report. A hero was sent to attack Last Defense Academy a few days ago. Specifically, Dal Shah, the paragon of warfare.
Dal Shah? What? Who is that?
Dal Shah is one of the planet's greatest warriors, strong enough to be considered warfare incarnate. He was Supreme Commander before Veshness ousted him and locked him away. She must have let him out on the one condition that he fight for her. She really is getting desperate now.
There's still someone that strong out there? We didn't fight this Dal Shah guy last time. Who'd have thought Veshness still had a trick like that up her sleeve?
He and Veshness are not exactly on good terms. Given the chance, I would have liked to invite him to join the rebellion.
What about the school? What happened to the Special Defense Unit?
They somehow managed to defeat Dal Shah, though it cost your friend made of undying flames most of his power.
Shion! Damn it, why does he have to be so reckless?
Though they won, the school sustained massive damage in the process. The undying flames surrounding it have disappeared, too.
The wall of fire's gone? Does that mean Shion's dead? Or did he just use up too much energy? Either way, there were two things I could be sure of. Firstly, the school had used up its last resort. Shion wouldn't be able to protect them a second time. And second, if there weren't enough undying flames to keep the wall up anymore, there definitely wouldn't be enough to raise the planet on day 100. One of my major concerns had effectively disappeared, but that didn't matter to me. What about the others? Are they okay? Did they survive the battle?
Takumi. I cannot tell you that. All my spies could glean was that the building itself has taken heavy damage.
I don't like the sound of that. So long as everyone stayed on school grounds, they could be brought back if they died. If the infirmary was taken out of commission, though, all bets would be off. Of course, I had no reason to think that was part of the school that had been damaged, but...
Veshness is bound to notice the absence of the protective wall. She will probably mount her final attack on the academy soon. One final bloodbath to destroy the invaders that have caused the planet so much grief.
Yes, and she'll want to finish the job herself. That's just the kind of person she is. What are the rebellion going to do?
We will watch how it plays out, that is all. As I have told you before, we are not warriors. The best we can do is hope that both threats will neutralize each other.
I didn't have any right to criticize Commune's judgment. Not so long ago, I probably would have said the same thing, if it meant I could keep my peaceful life here. Sorry, you two. I'd like to be alone for a while. I left the tent and went outside to think.
Takumi, are you?
Awake or asleep, I got no rest. A confusing mismatch of emotions was warring inside me. On one hand, there was my concern for my friends, the feeling that I couldn't sit here and do nothing while they were in trouble. And on the other, the urge to stay out of it, to just hunker down and wait for the end to come. I kept going back and forth, first feeling one way and then the other. And on it went. Awake or asleep, I got no rest. Ever since I heard the news about the school, I'd been caught in an endless nightmare. It kept me awake at night and haunted me in my dreams. There was no escape. I knew going back now wouldn't change anything. I knew that. I was a traitor, after all. They'd probably detonate the bomb in my body the moment they saw me. And I was happy here. I had a life with Ava that was actually worth living. My choice should have been clear. Really, it was no choice at all. So why did I still feel so conflicted? And what was I going to do? Day 98. Commune came to wake me up that morning, looking more small and vulnerable than I'd ever seen her. I just
received a report from one of my recon teams.
Is it?
Yes, Veshnes is leading a massive force of her mutated bioweapons toward Last Defense Academy. It seems the time has come for them to settle things. Takumi.
Ava didn't actually say don't go, but it was written all over her face.
Based on our projections, she will probably arrive at the school tomorrow. That's when the final battle will take place.
Tomorrow. If I left now, I might still be able to make it in time. But should I? If I was being completely honest with myself, I didn't want to lose the happiness I'd found here. But could I really abandon my friends after everything we'd been through together? I had a choice to make, the last one before this war finally ended. How was I going to live from here on? Should I just follow my heart? What did following my heart even mean for me? It was time to decide, once and for all. I'm not abandoning them. That would be fucking dumb. I made up my mind. Really, there had never been any choice but this one. I'd betrayed my friends for Ava, and now I was going to betray her. She and Commune would probably never forgive me for coming into their lives like this only to abandon them. But this was how it had to be. When I'd saved Ava, it was because I'd refused to lie to myself. I was doing the same thing here. As dawn was breaking, I got up and left the tent. Okay, I've got my infuser, and fire extinguisher. I won't be needing food or water. I've got a pretty decent idea of what direction the school is from here. If I hurry, I should be able to get there before sunset. I'd thought about leaving a letter or something for Ava, but decided against it. If she was going to hate me for running out on her anyway, there was no point in me muddying the water with half-hearted apologies. Better for her to forget about me and move on. Guess I should get going. But right as I started walking, a voice called out to me.
So you really were planning to go back alone?
Ava, what? How?
I spent enough time with you to know how you think. You're not the kind of person who can abandon his friends, but you also wouldn't want me to get involved. You might think you're indecisive or half-hearted, but when it really counts, you stick to your convictions.
That's why I love you.
Ah.
You saw right through me. Huh. Are you mad?
No, not really. Just surprised. After all this time together, I thought you would understand me a little better.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm going with you. I'll stay by your side, even if it means fighting my sister.
What? But you can't! You'd just be throwing your life away. I bit back the words. Saying that would be like admitting I wasn't expecting her to survive this either.
Let's do this, and both come back together. Our chances of success are higher with two fighters than just one. That should be obvious.
What about Commune? And besides, you've got no reason to fight for humanity. They brainwashed you into killing your own people. You don't owe them anything.
Not them, but you've protected me, and you've shown me love. I'm not doing this out of guilt or pity, or because I don't know what else to do. It's the same for you, isn't it? Or were you only with me because you felt sorry for me?
No, of course not.
I don't want to stifle my feelings anymore, Takumi. My heart is telling me to go with you. For once in my life, I want to follow my heart.
Ava. I felt like such an idiot. I really had misunderstood Ava. She had her own feelings and free will trampled over first by Beshness and then by us humans. When I let her escape, it was because I wanted her to be free. Free to make her own decisions and live her own life. So why did I never imagine that she'd choose me? Alright, let's go. You and me, together, until the very end.
I've waited so long to hear you say that. Ever since you let me out of my cage, this is all I've wanted. To be with you. Always.
Sounds like the matter is settled.
Commune?
I talked to her about it already. She's going to respect my decision.
Are you sure you want to let your mom come with me? Are you hoping for the two sides to wipe each other out?
Not anymore. Whoever wins in the end, the rebellion will find a way to defeat them. Take good care of my mother, Takumi.
Alright, if that's what you want.
I'm sorry, Commune. We finally found each other. And now I'm leaving again. You must think I'm very selfish. Grown-ups have a right to be selfish sometimes too, Mother. If you're happy, I'm happy. You have your own life to live. There's nothing wrong with trying to make the best life you can.
Thank you, Commune. I'll always love you. My darling daughter.
I will be praying for your victory. Both of you.
We got this. And so I left camp and made my way back toward the school. Not alone like I originally planned, but with Ava by my side. One way or another, this battle would end the war. There was no question of that. Eventually, we reached the spot where the wall of fire used to be. And there it was, Last Defense Academy.
She's too strong. It looks like this is as far as we go. No, we can't give up. If we lose, then... This is the end. All that's left is for me to consume your power.
Ava rushed in and blocked Veshness's attack at the last minute.
Everybody, stand back.
Guys, are you okay?
Takumi? You came back. It took you long enough. Oh, so you two showed up after all. And just in time, too. This whole thing was starting to feel anticlimactic. Hardly worthy of my moment of triumph.
What did you do to the others?
See for yourself. They're right over there. What's left of them, anyway?
What?
Over there, Takumi.
Ado pointed to a spot a few feet away. There, in the far corner of the schoolyard, were several mummified corpses. I knew this was a possibility all along. I thought I'd prepared myself for it, but actually seeing them like this was still a shock. It still hurt.
I think there are some more of them under the rubble somewhere. I'll devour them too, in due time. Every bit of power brings me closer to being the new god.
Damn you, Veshness! I launched myself at the Supreme Commander, putting all my strength into my next attack. But... she shrugged it off like it was nothing. It didn't even scratch her.
I felt the rage and despair in that attack. But a blade weighed down with so much emotion will never reach me.
Veshness delivered an attack of her own, her sword cutting through me like a hot knife through butter. I don't believe it. How can she be so strong? Is this because she absorbed everyone's cryptoglobin?
Was that the best you could do? How disappointing. I won't even have to transform. I suppose this is the price I pay for being so powerful. I may as well consume you now.
Veshness!
Once again, Ava stepped in to block Veshness's attack in the nick of time.
Ava, my poor, foolish sister. You dare to speak my name with that filthy, traitorous mouth of yours. I won't go easy on you just because we're related. You'll suffer as painful a death as the rest of these fools.
Ava, don't! You have to run!
No, I won't run. Not this time. I'll face my sister. For you, I'll face any foe, Takumi. You've never stood up to me before, but now you'll fight me? For the sake of some alien male. Just how far do you need to disgrace yourself until you're satisfied, sister? First a prisoner, then a slave, now a consort? Where will it all end?
You don't get to talk to me like that. You'll never understand how I feel. You have no idea how much Takumi has done for me. He's given me a whole new life. I'll gladly use it to protect him, even if it means fighting you.
check. Ava let loose a mighty attack. Veshnes deflected it, but not as easily as she had mine. The Supreme Commander looked shaken. Ava had managed to surprise her. When did you get so strong? Fine. I will give you a taste of my true power. Transform, sister. Fight me with everything you've got.
I'm sorry, Takumi.
Huh?
I wanted to fight this battle as the Ava you knew. I didn't want you to see me in that form again. But if we want to win this, I'm gonna have to use it one last time.
Blood of my bond. Release.
From there, all the rest of us could do was stand and watch. Before our eyes, the two giant monsters clashed again and again, trading blow after vicious blow. Perhaps the strangest thing of all was that they were evenly matched. Ava was actually holding her own against the Supreme Commander.
I must admit, I'm impressed. Where did you get all this power?
It was always there. I just found a way to draw it out. Until now, I never understood what my divine power was for. Why it chose me. But there's not a single doubt in my mind now. I'll use this power to protect those dear to me. To protect Takumi and Commune. I will defeat you!
Even for all your nonsense, you are my sister. However, there's a difference between those who have devoured God's power and those who have not, that you could never hope to bridge. You're still abiding by our people's ridiculous teachings, but I'm different.
Ava roared like a feral animal and became a whirlwind of bloody steel. It was just like the time she went berserk after absorbing Shoma's cryptoglobin.
Not yet! I haven't lost yet!
What is this? Ava, you absorbed another warrior's power. You broke the taboo. Bravo, sister. I never knew you had it in you. I thought you were just another cretin clinging to the teachings for comfort. But no, you're like me. We are family.
Vicious. I won't lose. I can't lose!
It was a gruesome battle. The two commanders tearing into each other with so much desperation and malice that it made my stomach churn. Tears were streaming down my face. I wanted to look away, but I couldn't. Ava, sweet, gentle Ava, was fighting like a relentless killing machine. And not out of duty to her planet either. She was fighting solely to protect the one she loves now. When I thought about it like that, her monstrous form started to look incredibly beautiful to me.
Ava! Don't let her beat you! You have to win this, Ava! I'm here for you!
All I could do was try to hold my broken body together and shout encouragement. But Ava heard me. The ends of her blood-stained mouth lifted up into a smile.
Thank you, Takumi. Just watch! I will protect you!
Veshnes and Ava continued to fight each other for a while after that. I kept cheering Ava on until my throat was hoarse and cracked. The battle lasted several more hours. Finally, the two sisters were no longer able to maintain their transformations and reverted to their true forms. To think someone like you could
push me this far. I underestimated you, sister. You've shown real ambition and gained great power. But I think you know your ambition can't match mine. I've sworn to become a god and rule over this planet forevermore.
Huh.
Ambition? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not like you. The two of them were exhausted, but no one dared to step between them. Their movements were sluggish, but as they raised their weapons once more, they were still every bit as intimidating.
Now, we end this.
Yes, once and for all.
Ava and Veshnis lunged toward each other in one final clash. There was a flash of steel as blades met flesh. The two of them collapsed to the ground at the same time. Ava's blade had pierced Veshnis's heart. The light faded from the Supreme Commander's eyes, and then her body went still. As for Ava, she didn't look much better. She used up every last ounce of her strength.
Ava!
Takumi, did you see?
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. You were great, Ava.
I won. I actually beat my sister. Perhaps this is wishful thinking, but do you think he lent me his power? I broke God's law when I killed Shoma, but he still helped me protect you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he would have wanted. But don't talk. You need to rest.
I had her hand in mine, but it felt cold. Her pulse was weak. It was like she was fading away right in front of me. I could feel other people standing around me. Probably Hiriko, Eito, and Nozomi.
You saved us. Our team didn't get wiped out. And Commune. She'll be safe now, too.
I'm glad. It means you won't have to be alone. And maybe now, there can be peace. Just like you always wanted.
I wanted to scream. I didn't care about any of that. Humans, future, and peace. None of that mattered anymore. I just wanted Ava to stay with me. That was all I needed. She was all I needed.
Don't be sad, Takumi. You saved me too. You gave me a whole new life. One that I chose for myself. I got to choose how I lived. And how I died. That's enough for me. Takumi.
Her voice was too weak to hear, but she mouthed the words, "Thank you. I love you." And then, Ava, the person I loved more than anyone in the world, closed her eyes, never to open them again.
No. You can't.
Now it was up to me and my surviving companions to protect the planet. Veshnis's demise heralded a new chapter in Futurum's history, and in humanity's too. The two sides would open negotiations and forge a path to true peace together. But Ava wouldn't be here to see it happen. The time she and I spent together had been happy, but all too brief. That's why I would never forget Ava, or what we had meant to each other. I would carry her with me forever. Well, that's that ending.
Ava root. Thank you. We got one more to go get. On that ending path, on that path there. We're not saving the school, we're abandoning our friends. My heart was in anguish. It assaulted me with all the guilt it could muster, begged me not to abandon the ones I'd sworn to protect, my friends, my family, my entire species. But I ignored it. I ignored its entreaties. I had something else I wanted to protect now. Takumi? Ava, that's who I want to protect. So long as I have her by my side, nothing else matters. That's how I feel, in my heart of hearts. I won't go back to the academy. I'll stay here and continue to build a life with Ava. Even if I lose everything else, this is what my heart wants. It's okay. I've made my choice. I don't know how many days, months, or years have passed since then. But Ava and I have been wandering the wasteland for a long time now. She's fucking pregnant. That's crazy. On that fateful day, Last Defense Academy fell and was destroyed. The forces of Earth were foiled, and Veshness's rule became stronger than ever. Futurum wasn't raised by undying flames, but now we had a dictator to deal with, as powerful as she was ambitious. She hunted down the rebellion with extreme prejudice. We lost touch with Commune, and don't even know if she's still alive. Ava and I have managed to avoid Veshness so far, but it may only be a matter of time.
Takumi, I felt it kick just now.
You did? Wow. It's so full of energy.
Yeah, it's a real little rascal. I can't wait to meet it.
Same here. We could use an excuse to celebrate.
We'd lost a lot. Almost everything, in fact. Except for each other. But I still have Ava, and she still has me. So I don't regret making this choice, even with the world in the state that it's in. It's what allowed me to share my life with the woman I love.
I bet the baby is going to look like you.
No way. Definitely going to take after its mother.
We began walking again, hand in hand, feeling each other's warmth and knowing that we weren't alone. Perhaps this was our punishment for everything we'd done. But it wasn't all bad. We had the world to ourselves now, and for the rest of our lives, we'd always have each other. Crazy crack theory. The baby that Takumi has in this route is Shion, and the humans grabbed it, transported it back in time. That's just a crazy theory, you know? Ava route, the Wanderers. I mean, I don't know how they would have done that, but, you know. Anyway. We're coming up on 3 hours. And it's like 1 a.m. I'm okay with this one being a little shorter than some of my traditional 100-line stuff. Maybe next time we'll like start a proper like long route where we can maybe dodge the attack from the killer, or like on the killing game path, not join the invader hunt potentially. I think I'm either going to do this choice or this one over here next time to start off with. And I'll start earlier next time. Although, I guess the furthest back choice is actually this one over here. But I don't want to do that one right now. I kind of want to more do this or this. And I think I'm mostly leaning toward this one, I think. Because this will give us some more stuff with that killer route that I was pretty into. The killing game route was not bad either, and this would be adjacent to that. But the thing that sucks about any choice branching off of here for me is that Gaku's dead, and I don't really like when Gaku's dead. Also, if I'm hunting for the route that Gaku blows up, he can't possibly blow up in a route that he's already dead. So I think if I'm hunting for the route that Gaku blows up, that's most likely this one over here. So that's probably why next time I'm going to start with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did and you're not currently following the channel, just leave a follow so you get notified the next time I go live. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, maybe just subscribe and like the video. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I'll see you next time. Peace out for now. Bye chat, bye YouTube. I'll see ya. Peace.